Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to use the autoCrat dynamic folder reference feature. This is something that I was looking for a long time and couldn't really figure out how to make it work. And I think I've got it now, so I will share it with you. There are three parts to every autoCrat. You have your form that collects your information, your sheet where your information filters into, and your doc that also houses the information that's collected, where the carets will autofill based on what comes in on the form. So to use the dynamic folder reference, we need to create dynamic folder references. So I have added a sheet down here, sheet 2, and for each block I have my own folder. So if you have classes that have multiple blocks, then you can have all of the responses from one block filter into their own folder. So to get this information or this number, I have to go back to the folder that I created and then get the link. And then when I get that link, I only need part of the link to be the dynamic folder reference. And it's whatever comes after folders, after that dash, and before the question mark. So I just take the link and delete out the rest of the information. So now these are the references to the folders that I've created. So now we'll go back to the form. We're going to need to use a VLOOKUP formula so that we can compare the information that comes in on the form to the folders that we have created. So I'm going to add a column and call this one class reference. So then what I'm going to do here is to use a VLOOKUP formula equals VLOOKUP, and there it is. So I want it to use this cell here, comma, to translate this information here. And when it's doing that, I want it to look in the second column. I want to type false so that it will run properly. Okay, so now I have this reference here that is pulling from the second page using that VLOOKUP. The next thing that I need to do is to use an add-on called Copy Down. So if you install the add-on, you would go to Get Add-on and then choose Copy Down. So I'm going to use Copy Down here. And I'm going to turn it on. And what this does is that it allows you to copy down any formulas. So it looked for and found this formula. And as any other responses come into the form, it will copy that formula down to the next row. I had trouble with the dynamic folder reference running if I didn't do this step. So this step helped make it work better for me. All right, so we have saved our settings. And you will notice that at the end it does create a information that says that it has copied it down. This is the master formula row, and then after that it will show you where it's copied down. All right, so the next step that we're going to do is we're going to start to run our add-on. So we're going to go back to add-ons, and then we're going to go to autoCrat and launch. And we're going to set this up in the beginning just like any other autoCrat that you would do. All right, so we're going to use a new job. We're going to do exit tickets for classes. Going to select our template from our drive. And we're going to make sure that all of our tags are mapped and we look good. Okay, then we're going to create a file name. I'm going to use the name function. I'm here. We're going to create either a Google Doc or PDF. Either way, we'll go Google Doc today. Multiple documents, and click Next. So our main destination folder, we don't actually have to do for this one because it's not going into a main destination folder. But what we do want to do is to add a dynamic folder reference. So we want it to look in the class reference sheet for it to sort into the correct place. So we're going to add not null. I'm not going to share it just because that's not what we're looking at today. We'll run it on the trigger. All right, and then we're going to save. Now, I always recommend testing out your autoCrat to make sure that it runs properly and that it's going to where you want it to. So I will put my information in. Let's say I'm in block 2. I'm pretty comfortable with what we learned, and all right, we're going to click submit. Go back to our sheet, and then we'll watch the magic happen within the sheet. You'll notice that it says copy down all formulas. So that means that my copy down formula worked, and that now I have my class reference in the correct spot. So that worked well. And then we can see that the documents are starting to merge right here. So that means that's working well, and hopefully now we should be able to go back and check in block 2 and see both of our responses from our exit tickets. Hope this was helpful for you.